Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
15 minutes ago, a quiet moment at an airport stopped thousands of hearts mid-beat. No flashing lights, no official announcement, no carefully staged farewell. Just Zhao Lusi walking beside Liu Yuning, side by side, unguarded, almost unnoticed by the world at first. And yet within moments, that simple walk turned into something far bigger than anyone expected. Why did something so ordinary feel so overwhelming? Why did fans across different countries suddenly fall silent, watching and replaying the same few seconds as if afraid to miss a single breath between them? There were no dramatic gestures, no declarations, no spectacle. And perhaps that is exactly why it felt so powerful. Because in a world where everything is amplified, curated, and polished, what we witnessed today felt strikingly real. And sometimes, when reality touches us far deeper than any headline ever could, the footage itself was brief. Zhao Lusi appeared in casual clothes, her makeup light, her presence gentle rather than performative. She did not arrive with exaggerated fanfare. She did not seem to be turning a private farewell into a public display. Instead, she simply walked beside Liu Yuning at a natural pace, as if time had softened around them. Liu Yuning looked calm, almost reflective. His posture seemed relaxed in a way that viewers do not always see under the pressure of cameras and schedules. They spoke quietly. They did not rush. They did not attempt to create a moment. And yet, a moment was created. What moved people most was not what happened, but what did not happen. There was no dramatic embrace framed for photographers, and no carefully worded social media clarification followed. No attempt to guide public interpretation. In an industry where every appearance can be analyzed and every interaction dissected, the absence of performance felt almost rare. It felt human. Fans quickly noticed the subtleties. The way Zhao Lusi adjusted her pace to match Liu Yuning's steps. The way he smiled slightly, not broadly, not theatrically, but softly, as if comforted by the company. The physical distance between them was respectful, yet close enough to suggest familiarity. Their body language did not shout, it whispered, and whispers often travel further than noise. For many viewers, the airport setting carried its own symbolism. Airports are places of transition, of quiet goodbyes and unspoken hopes. They are spaces where time feels suspended, where departures are both routine and deeply personal. Watching them walk through that corridor was not simply watching two public figures fulfill an obligation. It reminded people of their own memories, the friend they once saw off, the loved one they waved goodbye to, the moment when words felt insufficient, yet presence said everything. Social media began to fill with reactions, but surprisingly, the tone remained tender. Instead of chaos or sharp speculation, there was reflection. Many wrote that it felt like witnessing something private. Others said they were moved without fully understanding why. Some admitted they replayed the clip repeatedly, trying to capture the nuance of expression, the rhythm of steps, the quiet atmosphere between them. It was as if viewers were not searching for proof of anything. Oh, they were searching for feeling, and perhaps that is where the true strength of this moment lies. Zhao Lusi did not make a grand statement. She simply showed up. At the height of her busy schedule, amid intense public attention, she chose to be present in an ordinary way. That decision alone resonated deeply. It suggested sincerity, consideration, and emotional steadiness. In a space often driven by image, choosing simplicity can speak volumes. Liu Yuning, on his part, appeared grounded. There was no visible tension, no guarded stiffness. Instead, his shoulders seemed at ease. His gaze did not appear distant or distracted. For fans who have followed his journey, seeing him in such a relaxed state carried its own quiet reassurance. It suggested trust. It suggested comfort. And comfort is not something that can easily be staged. Importantly, this moment has not been defined by labels. There has been no rush to categorize or conclude. That restraint has allowed the memory to remain gentle rather than divisive. It is not about assigning meaning. It is about acknowledging connection. Whether that connection is friendship, professional respect, or something more personal is not the point. What matters is that it felt authentic. In a digital age driven by spectacle, authenticity stands out. The algorithm often rewards volume, but audiences increasingly crave depth. A brief, understated farewell managed to cut through the noise because it did not try to compete with it. It invited viewers to slow down, to observe, to feel. There's also something quietly powerful about silence. No immediate clarification followed, no dramatic narrative unfolded. The absence of explanation did not create confusion. It created space. Space for interpretation, space for empathy, space for maturity in fandom culture. Many fans expressed a desire to protect that space, to honor what seemed sincere, rather than dissect it into fragments. Moments like this subtly reshape how audiences perceive public figures. They remind us that behind demanding schedules and polished appearances are individuals navigating ordinary emotions. Presence, support, shared transitions. These are universal experiences, and when public figures allow glimpses of such universality, they become relatable in a way no scripted content can achieve. This is not a story fueled by scandal or controversy. It is a story about stillness. What about two people walking through an airport corridor while thousands watched from afar and felt unexpectedly moved? It proves that impact does not always require intensity. Sometimes impact arrives quietly, settles gently, and lingers long after the screen fades. The image of them walking side by side may remain in fandom memory, not because it confirmed anything, but because it reflected something honest. It reflected the beauty of choosing to accompany someone, even briefly. It reflected the grace of allowing a moment to exist without turning it into performance, and it reflected the emotional intelligence of fans who responded not with frenzy, but with warmth. Perhaps that is why so many were touched, not because they were seeking answers, but because they recognized something familiar, the subtle ache of departure, the comfort of companionship, the strength found in quiet gestures. In that short stretch of airport corridor, there was no script, no spotlight, no spectacle, only presence. And sometimes presence is enough. If this moment resonated with you, if you found yourself unexpectedly moved by something so simple, then you understand why it traveled so quickly across the internet. Not every story needs noise to be powerful. Some stories simply need truth. Thank you for watching Update X 24 Hours and sharing these meaningful moments with us. If you appreciate thoughtful updates that go beyond headlines and explore the human side of the entertainment world, consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you balanced, respectful, and heartfelt stories from the world of celebrities and beyond. And leave your thoughts in the comments below and let us know how this moment made you feel. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and stay connected with Update X 24H.